Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, we are going to see how to write a Java code for palindrome number. Let me let's start coding. Let me have a main method in my main method. First, before starts our coding, we will see what is a palindrome number. Okay, what is palindrome? A palindrome is a word, sentence, or any number which is going to give me a same meaning when I read it from forward and backward side. Suppose if I read this one to one from left hand side, it's going to give me meaning as one to one. Or if I going to read this from right hand side, it's going to give me meaning as one to one. And also here, if I read this one number from left hand side, it's going to give me answer as 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 1. And if I read it from this side, it's going to give me as 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 1. And in the same case, if I'm going to read this word as from the left side, it's going to give me a meaning as madam, and even I read it from the right hand side, it's going to give me meaning as madam. This is a palindrome. As we have seen, my requirements are system dot. My requirements are the given number is a palindrome, and I have to print the requirement is not a palindrome. If I run my code, we'll see what will be output. The given number is palindrome and the given number is not a palindrome. Then I will have to make some changes here. As we have seen, if I compare my number with the reversed number, I have to print it as a palindrome. Else, if it is not equal, then I have to print not a palindrome. I am getting an error here. For this purpose, let me create a number, int number. Then I'll create int rev. Then I have to do some changes here. I have to initialize my number. Scan equal to new scanner. System.in. Then I will initialize my number with scan.nextInt. Then I will print a statement here. Enter a number. Then I have to reverse my number. Before reversing my number, I have to initialize a temporary variable int temp equals to number. I have to initialize my temporary number with the temp variable with the number value. Why? In the sense I am comparing my number in the last. That's why if I do any changes, my number should not be disturbed. That purpose, whatever the operation I do, I will be doing on temporary variable, not on the original number. Here I have to reverse my number. For that purpose, I will have a while loop. In my while loop, I will have a variable int last. In this case, I am going to take last digit from my temporary variable. For that purpose, I will have temp mod 10. What I am doing here, this line of code, what it is do in the sense, if I have 109 as my temp, if I give mod 10, it is going to give me remainder, which is 9. It's going to take last number each time when I divide this by 10, and then I will have a reverse number rev which is equal to rev into 10. Why? Because I am shifting my digit each time when I reverse my number. For this purpose, after that I have to add my last digit, last variable. Here what I am doing here, initially my rev equal to 0. Then when I execute this statement, when I execute this line, then I am going to have rev into 10, 10 into 0 in the sense 0 plus 10 plus last digit will be 9. Then I am going to have, initially I am going to have my rev as 9. And in next line I have to remove 9 from my from my temp variable. For that purpose I am going to have my temp which is equal to temp divided by 10. In this line of code, what happening here, if initial my temp was 109, if I divide 109 by 10, it's going to give me answer as 10. it's going to divide my temporary variable by 10, and it's going to give me remaining except the remainder. Here I'm going to get remainder, here I'm going to get remaining variable, and then I have to put a condition here, which is like I am going to do this condition till my temporary variable greater than 0. See here, initially my variable will be 1 at 9, is going to do mod of 10. Here I'm going to get remainder as 9, then I am going to assign it to the 10 reverse rev, then I will divide my temp variable to 10. If I divide it by 10, I am going to get 10. While loop is executed, then in while loop it's going to check the condition 10 is greater than 0. If the 10 is greater than 0, it's going to come here. Then in my next loop, my last digit will be 10 mod of 10, which is going to give me remainder as 0. Then if it takes 0, okay, then in my next line I'm going to have rev is already 10 9 9 into 10, which is equal to 90, plus I am adding my 0 at the end, which is going to give me rev as 90. Then in my next line I am going to divide my temp variable with the 10. If I divide temp by 10 by 10, which is going to give me only 1. In this statement I am going to get result as temp as 1, and my loop starts executing. Then 1 is greater than 0, then it comes here. When I divide my 1 by 1 by 10, I am going to get 1 as remainder, and then in this line I am going to change my reverse. My rev is 90. Then if I divide my 90 with 10, I am going to get 900. Then I am adding here reverse last digit I am going to get as 901. And in this case I am going to divide my 1 by 10. If I divide 1 by 10, which is going to give me as 0.1. My temporary variable is type of int, then it's going to store only 0. Then it's going to come here, my temp is now greater than 0, the condition going to become false, then it come out of the loop. Here if you see, if I am comparing my number, which is already number is 109, my number is 109, then it's going to come here. If my number is 109 is equal to 109 is equal to 901, which is false. Hence in the case it's going to print is not a palindrome. Okay, before executing our code, we'll trace out by taking it one more time. One more palindrome I will take 1 to 2 1. Then in this case rev is 0. In next line I am going to assign my temp with number. My temp become 1 2 2 1. Then it comes here, while my temp is greater than 0, 1 2 2 1 is greater than 0, then it's going to come here. Here in this line I am dividing my 1 2 2 1 mod 10, I am dividing, then I am going to get remainder as 1. And in the next case I am multiplying my last rev with 10. If my initial rev is 0, then if I divide 0 with 10, I am going to get 0. Then I am going to add one last number, my last digit is 1. I am going to get 0 plus 1. I am going to get my rev as 1 in this case. And in next line I am going to divide my temp by 10. Here my temp is 1 2 2 1 1 2 2 1. If I divide it by 10, it's going to give me only integer value, which is 1 2 2, and it is going to compare here. Initially my temp was 1 2 2 1, and in this next case it's become 1 2 2 1 to 2, which is greater than 0. Then it's going to come here, and in this line I am going to give divide 1 to 2 sorry guys 122 by 10. If I do this, I am going to get remainder as 2. And in next line I'm doing what's in my next line I'm dividing, I'm multiplying my RV with 10. If I divide multiply 1 with the 10, I'm going to get 10, and I am adding my last digit which is 2, and it becomes 12. And in next line, here I'm dividing 122 my temp by 10. If I divide my temp by 10, I'm going to get remainder as 12. In my next loop, it's going to come here. Now my temp becomes 12. If my 12 is greater than 0, then it's going to come inside a loop. Here in this line, I'm taking the remainder by dividing it 10. If I do this, I'm going to get remainder as 2. In the next line, I'm multiplying my RV with 10. If I multiply 12, my RV is 12. If I multiply with 10, I'm going to get 120. Then I'm going to add my last digit which is 2, and now my RV becomes 122. And next case, I'm going to divide my 1 with 10 or 12 by 10. If I divide this, I'm going to get my temp as 1. Now here my temp becomes 1, which is greater than 0. And in the next loop is going to give me reminder as 1 more 10, which is going to give me reminder as 1. And in next line, here I'm multiplying my RU with 10. If I divide multiply, I'm going to get 1220. My already my RU is 122. If I multiply 10, I'm going to get 1220. Then I am adding my RV one last digit. Now my RV becomes 1221. And in the next line, I'm going to divide my 1 with 10. If I do, I'm going to get answer as 0.1. Here I'm assigning my answer with 10 in integer value, then it's going to take only integer value. If it is 0, then now my temp becomes 0. If temp becomes 0, is going to take my condition going to become false, then my loop execution stops. Here it's going to come in if condition. In my condition, my number was 1221. Which is going to compare with 1221 RV. Here my RV becomes 1221. It's going to compare 1221 with 1221. Now my condition is satisfied, then it's going to give print answer as palindrome. Let me run my code. If I run my code, it's asking me for a number. I will give 109. If I give 109, it's going to give me it is a not a palindrome. I will run this one more time. I will give palindrome as 101. If I give 10, it's going to give me as a palindrome, and I will give a big number. Let me have a big number as 1 2 3 4 5 and 4 3 2 1. If I give, I'm going to get it is not a palindrome. Okay, I gave it as a wrong. Then I'll run it one more time. I'm going to give 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 1. If I give it, I'm getting error. It is a palindrome. Now my code is working perfectly. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.